Should you be a janitor before you start a house cleaning business? That's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by mycleaningconnection.com, and it's for janitors and commercial cleaners and professional house cleaners and people who do Airbnb and vacation rental turnover service, and for mom and pops who own their own homes and they do their own cleaning. So it's a resource hub with all different kinds of cleaning tips and tricks and hacks and all kinds of stuff to make the cleaning better. All right, mycleaningconnection.com. Okay, so today's question comes from somebody who asks this.
Hello, Angela. Do you think it's a good idea to start working with a janitorial cleaning company first before you get into the cleaning market?
Alrighty, that's a great question. And I do recommend that you get some education about cleaning as you start your cleaning business. Now, it might be being a janitor for a while, and it might be that you just jump full-fledged into a house cleaning business. It doesn't really matter which. The cleaning is going to be a little bit different. In the janitorial industry, you're dealing with big buffers and big floor machines, which are different than household vacuums and household mops or steamers. So the equipment is a little bit different. In the janitorial space, you're going to have some other things, like you're going to be replacing toilet paper and maybe soap in soap dispensers and paper towels and things like that. Whereas in a home, you're not going to do that. Everything is pretty much the same as far as the cleanliness aspect of it goes. But in buildings and commercial space, you're going to have big spaces like hallways and big office buildings and waiting rooms and conference rooms, where in homes, the spaces are tinier and you have more corners and you have more chances for cobwebs and things like that. So the cleaning is going to be a little bit different, but the basic rules of cleaning will be the same. My suggestion to you is this. Get familiar with the job. And this is before you start hiring other people and you expand a cleaning business. There are a lot of people that want to just jump in and they want to manage a cleaning business and they've never cleaned before and they have no idea what it involves and they have no idea what bidding contracts is all about or scheduling or the finances and resources of it, or how to manage and maintain a team. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's involved. So my suggestion would be, and there are a lot of people out there that disagree with me on this, but my suggestion would be that you learn the business firsthand. And by that, I mean go out and do some cleaning. Meet some customers. Hear the complaints with your own ears. Learn what customers are expecting. Learn how fickle customers can be. Learn how you can get a cancellation at the very last minute for no apparent reason. And then what do you do with that and how do you deal with that? Because it's one thing to be dealing with it behind a desk where you've never met the customer face to face, or you have no idea what's happening, and then suddenly you have to manage an employee who's dealing with that head on. So my suggestion would be learn the business firsthand. And the minute you think you have it figured out, then you can start expanding. Lots of people jump in and they don't have enough work for the people that they've hired. So there's this weird outgo of expense where they're doing all this advertising. They don't have enough work, yet they have payroll they have to meet. So go out and get started. Learn about cleaning. Do as much study and education as you possibly can around the business elements, the management, the finances, the investing, all the different stuff, and then about business growth. Because as your business grows, your profit and loss will change. And so you want to make sure that you are aware of all the different things that are about to hit you next. The scary thing about the house cleaning industry is there are people that just jump in and they fly by the seat of their pants and they never fill in the gaps of the other part of the business. Then when those other things start flying at them, they're like, "Wah!" And then they get out of the business or they struggle and they flounder for years, never realizing that there are actually already solutions that have been templated. There are systems that you can incorporate very quickly that can help you overcome those gaps and grow a flourishing business. So give yourself time, and it sounds like you're willing to do this because you asked this question, but give yourself time to learn the business so that when all this other stuff starts hitting you, you're kind of like, yeah, I got this. I can figure this out. Oh yeah, I knew this was coming. Hey, this is no big deal. And then you go ahead and you just keep moving like nothing ever happened. That way there are no glitches or hiccups in your business and you can still pay all your bills on time. Alrighty, that's my 2 cents for today. Until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.